is really daunting. And firstly, my name is Helene, just touchy subject. I work for New Media Publishing, but today's talk is not about branded content. Today's talk is about the Great Divide. People somehow leave home. They're normal people. They talk normally, they communicate effectively, most people. Then they get to work, and they turn into weird people. Like people that talk about benchmarking and blue sky thinking and strange, like really alien words. So, little health warning for the few of you who do your messaging perfectly, you can carry on with your emails for the next 2.5 minutes. Plus, I talk really fast, so probably about 2 minutes. But Hugh McLeod, a creative director in New York, and I absolutely love him, but you can see, if you talk to two people the way advertising talk to people, they'd punch you in the face. So somehow there's this weird thing when corporates have their corporate speak, or brands, and when I say brand, I'm talking about brands like Coca-Cola and brands like all of the entrepreneurs over here, the guys that are going for VC, the guys that are trying to present themselves, that's a brand, and you have to package it properly. On the other end are real people, like real people. They don't use terms like blue sky thinking. So let's just think about it. But wait, that's not all. Someone was behind the campaigns that drive our heads apart. Blocked calls. Somebody actually does the scripts for the call centers that go, "Hi, is this Mr. Smith? How are you feeling today?" I'm like, who the fuck are you? I don't actually care. I'm not going to tell you how I'm feeling. And normally it's for funeral policies or small dimply dwarves or something weird that you don't want. So a big retailer recently, and this was my worst thing, who has all of my data at their disposal, who has watched my purchasing habits for the last 6-7 years, sends me, kindly, kids wear, back to school offers. If they had looked at any of the history, they would have noticed, I only buy fragrance. Amazing, I don't even have kids. And my dogs hate wearing shoes. So I was trying to prepare for this and quell the nerves, and I was watching one of Walter Pike's 3 Minutes last year, and he said that ideas are the silver bullets. So I'd like to not necessarily challenge, but amend. I think the silver bullet is relevance. I think if you talk to your audience, you talk to the person, you communicate your message in a way that they want to hear, in the way that they understand, with points that make sense to them, I think that's the silver bullet. So I'm leaving you with one question today. Is your message, and it's any message, irritating or inspiring? Thank you so much for listening to me. Have fun. Good luck.
Good day. Last year at Net Profit 2012, Yusuf Randera Rees, one of my personal heroes, stood up and gave an inspiring speech about how they work in developing and identifying young entrepreneurial talent. And a lady stood up in the audience here and said, "This is amazing, we've got a small business, we'd love to do this, how do we do it?" And I'd like to thank her if she's here, and that she inspired me to come here today and share with you a message about 3 steps that you can do to embrace social enterprise principles in your business. So, what is the problem? We have an economic system that's fundamentally built around value, creating value for the shareholder. And by default, that creates a win-lose formula. Win usually for the shareholder, and unfortunately often lose for the stakeholders. I run a small business, it's called Massage on the Beach, I kid you not. And for the last 11 years, we've seen 12,000 people from 72 countries over the 4 beaches of Camps Bay and Clifton. And as a small business owner in 2005, I was asking myself, I wanted to grow my business, and I was saying, how can I do this in a way that is fair to me as a shareholder, but also great for my stakeholders? And so I thought of the words of Marcel Proust when he said, the real journey of discovery is not in seeking new landscapes, but in seeing it with new eyes. And that's what I did. I took new eyes to my business. I took a paradigm shift, and I started to look at my business and integrate corporate social investment into my business model. I looked at the staff that came through our business every year. I noticed they'd come, they'd work for a season, they'd leave, and there wasn't much economic development. But these people had amazing hidden potential. They just didn't have the resources and the opportunities to unlock it. And so what we did was, well, this presentation's got a life of its own. So what we did was we created a program for them to do that. So step 1, what we did was we identified our main stakeholders, and we realized that our staff were one of our main stakeholders. And then we started looking at our business not as a place for return as a shareholder only, but as an incubator for economic development. So the way it works is that people come and work for a season at Massage on the Beach, and they earn and they help generate profits, and we take some of those profits and we put them back into a program, a separate organization called Hand Up, Hands On. And what you don't realize when you come see us is those guys are doing a 4-module personal and business development program that they do with us. The aim of this program is that when they leave more economically developed and connected and inspired than when they arrived. We know they're going to leave, and we want that. And so there's this amazing symbiotic relationship between the business and the nonprofit. So step 2, create real value for your stakeholders, and at the same time capture real value from them. We're not a charity, we're a business, and so we seek to as much give value as we capture value. But there is a third step to consider, that not all relationships are going to end up in great value. Some are, but some aren't. And so I can say to you, as a social enterprise, develop those relationships that do give you great value. But at the same time, you cannot afford to carry those that don't. So cut them out. Now, if all of that is just too much of a message, please come and have a massage with us. You know where to find us, and we can talk about it then. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. No one's handing out free massage tokens or cards. Come on. Welcome up, Rich. How are we going to do this?
Hello. Hello, everybody. Here we go. So, have you all given it a wee bit of thought and some score? We saw 5 speakers. There was a 6th one, and he ran away. And when I find you, Michael, I'm going to punch you in the nose. There we are. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to please, I don't want to maybe perhaps try not to rate everybody, but what we're looking for is somebody you'd like to invite back, somebody you think would add value to be given 10 minutes on the stage next year. We'll go, we'll help them, we'll help develop their presentation, we'll coach them. So if there's one of the 5 were Gary, Nathan, Kirby, and then Helene, and Mark.
Mark's
Okay.
wife.
Mark's wife. Okay.
Will be Mark's wife.
Yeah, it will be Mark's wife. Apparently does a great massage. Huh? So I would like to hear from you. Was there anybody you would like to call back next year? Just shout somebody, for goodness sake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next year we will see Nathan back at the Net Profit stage. Boom. Thanks very much, Phil.